Humanitarian organizations, such as the United Nations High Commissioner for Refugees, UNHCR, and Amnesty International, advocate for the Dominican Republic to follow international standards in its deportation procedures. These standards include ensuring due process, such as providing migrants with the right to legal representation, fair hearings, and the ability to appeal deportation decisions. However, the situation between the Dominican Republic and Haiti is exceptional, as 82% of Haitians are undocumented and lack proper identification from their own government. This makes applying these international standards impractical. Without valid documentation from Haiti, it becomes nearly impossible to verify identities or grant access to legal aid, which are key components of due process. The fact that many Haitians lack both legal status and identification, rendering them in the Dominican Republic illegally, removes the need for formal trials, as their undocumented status justifies deportation under international law. In such cases, immediate deportation becomes the more humane approach, as waiting for identification from the Haitian government could result in years of detention, which, by the way, are the only ones responsible for registering and documenting Haitian nationals, not for promoting illegal migration. Documenting Haitian nationals is also essential for holding democratic elections. This lack of official documents only help prolonging uncertainty and hardship for the deportees. This extended wait not only leads to unnecessary suffering but also strains resources. Immediate deportation avoids this scenario, ensuring a swifter resolution. Additionally, the volatile nature of the border, with frequent violent incidents involving traffickers and armed individuals, makes the enforcement of these procedures both difficult and unsafe. Haitian migration to the Dominican Republic is a unique and complex issue that differs significantly from other migration scenarios. Many Haitians hold the belief that the island of Hispaniola should be viewed as one. Regardless of the 207 years between the Spanish settlement in 1492 and the introduction of slaves to Haiti, or the 397 years from Spain's claim of the island of Hispaniola to the Haitian slave revolt, Haiti's claim over the entire island defies any reasonable understanding. Let me run this by you again. There is a significant time gap between when Spain first settled the island in 1492, hence the name La Hispaniola, and when France occupied parts of the island around 100 years later. By the early 1700s, around 1720, France began introducing large numbers of slaves to work on its profitable plantation economy in the western part of the island, now called Haiti. Nearly 100 years later, in 1791, a slave revolt began in Haiti against France, ultimately leading to its declaration as the first all-black republic in 1804. Then, in 1822, Haiti invaded the Dominican Republic, with some claiming it was to free slaves. However, the Spanish economic model in the East did not rely on plantations, and slavery had already been abolished in the Dominican Constitution. The Dominican side had no connection to Haiti's slave-based economy or its revolutionary struggle. While Haiti's struggles with colonization are undeniable, they do not justify a sense of entitlement to claim land and rights wherever they go, including in the Dominican Republic. Given this context, the logic behind Haiti's claim to the entire island is absurd, to say the least. The historical and economic differences between the two regions, combined with the lack of a direct connection to the slave economy that fueled the Haitian Revolution, render such a claim both unjustifiable and inconsistent with the actual historical facts. Some historians attribute this belief to a broader attempt to eradicate all signs of Western culture and what is perceived as the legacy of white colonizers, rather than to any substantive historical or economic rationale. Despite all this historical facts, there always seems to be a convenient excuse to cross the border into the Dominican side, whether due to an unfounded colonial blame on perceived Dominican white elites, Haiti's perpetual economic hardship, or even the more outrageous claim of avenging the Tainos, who, by the way, were already extinct by the time slaves were brought to the French side of the island from Africa, giving Haiti African roots, not Taino. More importantly, they fail to understand that the Treaty of Ryswick in 1697 clearly established France's claims to the land already occupied at the time of signing. It was not a division of the island, but rather a clear agreement between two countries, made hundreds of years before Haiti even existed. This colonial mindset has been the excuse to invade the eastern side of the island, now the Dominican Republic, and erase Spanish culture, tradition, and alleged white elites. Make no mistake, in this 21st century, this has nothing to do with skin color, race, or colonization, but with a historical desire to once again occupy another land. Since the Treaty of Ryswick in 1697, there have been over 300 years of aggression by Haiti toward the Dominican Republic. Yes, continuous one-way aggression from Haiti toward the Dominican Republic, marked by invasions, occupations, conflicts, and ongoing border disputes. Although the Dominican Republic never colonized Haiti nor invaded the French side or Haiti, the perception of Dominicans as colonizers ruled by a white elite, and the portrayal of deportations of illegal settlers as racially motivated, oversimplifies the complex reality. The efforts to manage illegal migration and settlements should not be reduced to mere racial or anti-black sentiments but should be seen in the context of long-standing issues of territorial integrity and security. Furthermore, despite having a population where only about 11% is classified as white, the Dominican Republic is often unfairly labeled as a racist country. This narrative can be used as a form of extortion, pressuring the Dominican Republic into permitting illegal settlements and addressing issues of undocumented migrants. Such portrayals distract from the real issue, addressing Haiti's challenges directly within its own borders. By focusing on racial accusations and portraying the Dominican Republic's actions as discriminatory, the broader and more pressing need for sustainable solutions and support for Haiti's development on its own soil is distracted from. The constant efforts by various organizations, including the UN, to change the narrative by accusing the Dominican Republic of anti-black policies, xenophobia, or racially motivated deportations only foster further confusion among Haitians living in irregular status in the Dominican Republic. As a result, tensions and violence arise when Dominican authorities attempt to enforce immigration laws and secure the border.
We're here living on an island and they're trying to stop migrants from crossing. But you can't really stop this phenomenon. It's going to happen. Even if they deport people, this will continue to happen. There has to be a change here in Haiti. This is what's needed.
Irregular residency and misunderstood property rights is a growing conflict affecting land and property owners in the Dominican Republic. There is a prevailing belief among some Haitian migrants that, by moving to the Dominican Republic and residing there, even in irregular status, they automatically acquire rights to land or property. In Haiti, many believe that living on a piece of land for an extended period grants them ownership rights, based on the principle of adverse possession. This concept allows individuals to claim legal ownership of land if they occupy and use it for a certain period without the original owner's permission. Due to weak land registration systems and informal land tenure practices, this belief often leads to land disputes in Haiti, where settlers may assume long-term possession equates to ownership. In contrast, the Dominican Republic strictly enforces property rights through formal land titles and documentation. Land ownership is never lost, regardless of how long unauthorized individuals occupy the land, as illegality never expires under Dominican law. Irregular settlers are removed by law, ensuring that property owners retain their legal rights indefinitely. The Dominican system prioritizes clear, documented ownership, leaving no room for assumptions of land acquisition based on unauthorized settlement or extended occupation. This assumption persists despite having no legal deed to the land in question. Such misunderstandings often result in violence, with landowners sometimes facing threats, including the use of machetes. This situation goes far beyond what is typically considered a normal migration issue, unlike in other countries where migrants are usually unarmed. It is also common for Haitian radicals to shoot and throw stones at Dominican border crossings, causing havoc at the border and also attacking Haitians who cross legally.
Piedra, otra vez están tirando piedra de nuevo. De nuevo se armó una tiradera de piedra aquí en el puente internacional, todo el mundo huyendo. Se armaron unos incidentes allá entre los mismos haitianos están unos que quieren abrir y otros que no quieren. Tenemos que protegernos.
The UN and many NGOs actively promote Haitian migration but often overlook the violence and chaos that undocumented Haitians are causing in various Dominican communities. These migrants frequently disregard local laws and order, terrorizing communities when conflicts arise, even among themselves, on Dominican soil. Some criticize the deportations of Haitians from the Dominican Republic, but they fail to see the real truth of the situation. This is what happens when a country has 3 million undocumented Haitians.
¿Qué pasó? ¿Qué pasó? ¿Qué pasa? ¿Y qué fue? No grave, no grave.
Undocumented Haitians tries to board the metro with a machete, and it was stopped by metro security. The incident halted operations for several hours. Many international organizations push for the Dominican Republic to accept undocumented Haitian migrants, but what they don't realize is that Haitians often do not see themselves as mere migrants in the Dominican Republic. Instead, they are claiming land they feel they are entitled to. This drastically changes the dynamics of interaction, the rules of engagement, and highlights the necessity for deportations. After 3 million undocumented Haitians, are we witnessing migration or another invasion? A private security guard at a gated community was stoned and almost killed by a group of Haitians after being denied entry.
Que hagan algo.
En K4, aquí un pleito grandísimo ahí con los haitianos.
Sí, aquí en La Romana. Ay, Dios, lo van a matar.
Ay Dios, corran, corran, lo van a matar. Dele rápido, lo van a matar. Mira, los haitianos.
Every day and every night, thousands of undocumented Haitians move toward Dominican Republic illegally. Every day and every night, thousands of undocumented Haitians move toward Dominican Republic illegally. And tens of thousands of undocumented Haitians by night. In many cases stealing whatever they can in their path. Sometimes, within different ethnic groups from Haiti, possibly between the northern and southern regions, or different political views. Violent fights erupt, turning some Dominican parks and neighborhoods into real battlegrounds.
¡Vamos ya, coño! ¡La guerra con haitianos, coño!
These protesters say Haitian migrants deserve to stay in the DR.
We are going to call a big boycott.
If we're not hitting them in their pockets, they're not going to stop what they're doing. So we need to boycott. Boycott DR. Boycott DR.
The scenario that many organizations portray in the media is very different from reality. Besides the animosity toward the Dominican Republic, the reality is that there are deep-rooted cultural differences that make integration more than a challenge. The international community, whether deliberately or not, by pushing for a Dominican solution to Haiti's enduring problems, is creating the perfect conditions for a major disaster. History has shown that it tends to repeat itself, and as of 2024, the Dominican Republic once again faces the threat of cultural erasure by an imposed Haitian invasion. One thing is certain, however, the solution to Haiti's problems will not be found on Dominican soil.
En nombre de la Asamblea General.
On behalf of the General Assembly, I have the honor on behalf of the United Nations to welcome the President of my country, the Dominican Republic. To this august assembly, I declare that the Dominican Republic has shown and will continue to show its due solidarity and collaboration with the Haitian people. But I also reiterate that there is not, nor will there ever be, a Dominican solution to the crisis in Haiti. There is not, nor will there ever be, a Dominican solution to the crisis in Haiti.